Hello everyone, Machine Gun Joe here. We're playing Cyberpunk 2077, and there is a bizarre and weird mission that I'd like to show everyone. The internet is abuzz with this. Sinnerman, as in committing sins, as in religion. It can be found here. This is after the prologue. But here is where the mission is. It starts off pretty normal, simplistic. It's just a hit job by the Japanese lady, whatever her name is. But you sit down on this bench and you wait for this guy, Bill Jacobson or something like that. Very weird name. He just kind of seems like a guy who's sort of a loser, but you know, he's avenging his wife, so we want to try and figure that out. I'm going through like some kind of Twitch phase right here, so excuse me for that. But yeah, that's his name. He wants you to kill somebody. Pretty normal, right? Seems normal, so we're going to go through this. But what it turns into is something bizarre. It's incredibly weird. I won't talk through all of it because I want you guys to look at the different options in the dialogue. It's worth making a different save right before you start this mission, because you might want to check out different ways you could have handled this mission. I gotta tell you, like, my whole motivation for this entire mission was just to kill the guy he wanted me to kill.
We're supposed to pass down this street.
So you'll see me making choices through here, but in my mind, I always had it in my mind that I'm going to kill this guy. But I did want to see just how this proceeds.
Won't be alone? Could have prepared better knowing that.
No one else needs to die today, only him.
Who's his entourage? They gonna be packing?
Ordinary people. Once we
see, and this guy's like not even really forthcoming with information. It's like, oh, we're not killing just a guy. He has an entourage, a bunch of corporate people, but it ends up being a prisoner and he's being escorted by police. So like the information is wrong to begin with. And you're just like, Jesus, what is happening? This is not what I thought I was signing up for.
First up, don't execute in public. Don't need an audience.
These are very good rules by V, by the way, I'm sure.
Don't get it. I spent my life savings on this.
Also, you know, I should note that my own personal preferences in life is I'm not very religious. You're probably asking yourself, why the hell are you sharing that? We're playing a video game. But as the video goes along, you'll be able to see why it's important to actually know that. So I'm full-blown atheist. At times, I can be very Christopher Hitchens, Richard Dawkins type, if you catch my drift. And that's just how I personally feel, and I felt that way ever since I've basically been a teenager, kind of struggling with those questions myself. And as you can see, I accidentally kill a guy. I'm so sorry for that NPC. Gosh, I feel bad about that. But I think it's interesting. The game throws every obstacle in your way as you're trying to chase after this. See how that car stopped and started right as the timing, you know, to try and ram me. So you'll see this. I think right here there's going to be like some cars that just fly into the intersection. And you're just like, what the hell? Like, so the game's just trying to throw cars at you to try and, you know, get you to lose this guy. Maybe we've already passed it, but I'm sure that there was this part where, like, you know how this game is buggy. The game's very buggy. Everyone is experiencing that. So there was like this car that like literally was flying through the air and went through the intersection. I want to see, maybe it was here, but anyway. So it's a police car, patrol car that we're following. So he tells me to stop right here, so we must have already missed it. So he's going to tell me to stop.
Stop the damn car!
And let's just see what happens.
This is it. Let's go. Stay close. I'm gonna blow the motherfucker to bits myself. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
NCPD! Stop right there! Lieutenant Vasquez, NCPD! Stop right there!
You're protecting a murderer.
Drop it or I shoot!
Wait! No, stop! Stop the killing!
They're here to kill you.
It's not their fault. Shoot the guy, and our deal is dead.
Vasquez, shoot!
Right! Let's just all shoot holes in each other.
Loud. Fuck! We can't leave him here. Media vultures will be here any minute.
The fuck are you doing? Stop!
NCPD! Stay where you are! And get that goddamn semi out of here!
We take him with us.
What? Olga, we've got a situation.
You want me to come with you?
Somebody...
I need you.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Hey, another word from you and I am
Gregor.
calling the studio.
Busted an
Don't
attempted
make me
hit on
ruin
my
your
guy.
career. Nobody,
One
and I
catch.
mean nobody,
No jet blocks,
will harm a
No
hair
priors.
on your
We'll run a
head.
deep sweep just to be sure.
I'm just, borrowing.
Thanks. I owe you. No patrol car. And stay off the frequencies too. Can't have this coming back.
What the hell is this?
What's your name?
What a fucking mess. Told you to drop it, dickhead.
First you're gonna tell me what the hell is going
Fucking
on.
listened.
I can explain.
We're
Just
clear to go. Boys from the
Don't go.
precinct will mop up here.
I need you. It's okay. You don't need to tell me. My name is Joshua Stevenson. And your associate? What was his name?
Bill Jablonski. Ring a bell?
Sadly, yes. Teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom.
Wait a sec. You're V. I heard of you.
Can't say the same about you.
We can't take him. Out of the question. He's way too big a threat.
Well, I want to give him a job.
Christ on a stick.
Finally, something that isn't a complete snore fest. Could binge watch this all day if I had some popcorn.
You gonna tell me what it is you want from me?
Well, this one time, Rachel is right. We can't stay here. Come with us.
So
Find out all you need to know.
you can see in the dialogue, V has a lot of options. Forget this, I'm out of here. That will continue on throughout this whole story. A lot of the dialogue options will give you an option to just bail out of this whole scenario. But, you know, I chose to stay in it because I'm like,
Go with you.
when I first started playing this, I'm like, it's just a routine assassination. But, you know, it just got weirder and weirder a little bit at a time as we went along. Fuck, here we go is really what I wanted to pick right there.
You will understand exactly what I'm trying to do.
So it's another like born again scenario. You know, this guy thinks he's going to be absolved of his crimes based off of the fact now he's religious.
It didn't mean anything to me at the time. But behind bars, you get all the time in the world to think.
And I thought to correct my errors.
Correct the errors of my ways.
Can't correct murder.
Tale of her be 1,000 times, probably. I'm usually asleep before it's half over.
This won't be TV.
And those little
This will be
glitches
entirely different.
in time, that's the game. That's not this video.
Stay with
As
me
we
for
know,
the
the
day.
game is real.
And
Real
I'll pay
buggy.
you what you were promised to kill me.
Excuse me? With what money?
Not mine. The studio's. And the studio will pay.
So I liked the sound of this. He's promising that I'll get my money, which is what I want. And I'm reminding him, I could kill
Got
you.
that contract to kill you. What's to stop me from fulfilling?
Me. One strange twitch, I kill you.
Yeah,
Hey, there's no
that's
reason
not
to
right.
upset Vasquez.
Vasquez, I could probably destroy you and everyone in here.
How you figure that?
Trust me. Everyone will be satisfied. I guarantee it.
See, and I took that as him saying, I will die. I'll end up
Till
dying.
the end of the day.
I sense anything going wrong, I'm out.
No one will force you to stay.
We're almost at Gloria LMR's.
Give me a moment. I need to prepare.
See, and he's like praying. And she ends up being like a corporate tool, like soulless, someone not to respect, basically. So I had no problem. As I was going through this mission, I'm like, I'm ready to kill everyone in this car. Like, I'm just fine with that, you know, within this game. So there are so many kind of cut scenes, different loading times and stuff. It's just really weird how long this really, what it began as a very simple mission, how long it became.
Keep it short.
This is a 40-minute long video, but I had to cut it down. I think it was originally like 80 minutes that I spent playing this one mission. It's crazy. And I took some time. I spent some time looking around, kind of absorbing the atmosphere of the mission. Like going into this person's house, you know, you're supposed to begin this mission not knowing what the hell is going on. So Sinnerman turns into this new job of there is a light that never goes out. So those two missions are really combined. So at this point, you literally don't know what's going on, and that's fine. That's exactly what you're supposed to feel.
Late.
I found a companion along the way.
Someone from the studio?
Do you remember what you wrote me in your last letter? He is everything you spoke of. V, meet Zuleka.
V, pleasure.
You are a friend of Joshua's?
It's a long, strange story.
Mama isn't back yet. We can talk inside until she returns. Come in.
Hurry up. I'll be waiting outside.
I thought this part was interesting. I noticed Johnny Silverhand is looking at the like memorial here, and I'm like, huh, this is interesting. A memorial. Johnny Silverhand. Keanu Reeves is just checking this out. Okay. I wasn't really connecting the dots quite
Please,
yet.
sit down. Can I offer you anything? A drink?
This whole conversation, I'll be quiet in. It's really interesting. You might want to pause during some of the dialogue choices.
Please. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, one God. Amen.
Zuleka is the sister of the man I killed. She wrote me letters while I was doing time. That is how we two were united. Through forgiveness.
You mean to say you let the man who killed your brother off the hook?
Judge not, and you will not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven. Whether it finds enemies or neighbors, God's love knows no bounds on earth, and neither should ours.
So with this dialogue right here, I didn't want to be rude, so this was like
Every day you run into a
I
true
really
believer
wasn't
in that
channeling
city.
Christopher Hitchens, Richard
It was
Dawkins at this
Providence that
point.
brought
I'm
you
like,
here.
I don't want to be rude. Let's not do the first choice.
Of him.
Tell me, V.
I don't care about the
Do you
guy,
believe
but
in
this
God?
lady that I just met, I don't want to be up in there. And here's where they ask me, do you believe in God? And they have a choice for agnostic. They have a choice for you to like just ignore the question. I'm going to take a drink and tell them the truth.
Can't say I do.
Zuleka and I have a running dispute. I was thinking you could help us resolve it.
No, no. I never agreed to anything like this.
I'm all ears.
Joshua, he thinks he's the Messiah and wants to end his own life.
That is not true. I never said I was any sort of messiah.
Suicide? Do you really think that's what the Lord could ever want from you?
It won't be suicide.
What exactly is going on here, Josh?
When the media learned I'd found God in prison, the next day my face was on the cover of every scream sheet. A brain dance studio took notice. They sent representatives to make me an offer.
Bloodsuckers.
I was facing the electric chair. Now, with the studio's help, my death will be more than a state-sanctioned murder.
They want to scroll a brain dance of Joshua being crucified. An execution like any other, just garbed in holy robes.
Hang on. A BD studio changed how a convict's gonna be executed. Doesn't the law say something about that?
Corps write the laws. Corps choose the judges. All it takes is a sit-down between the studio's CEO and a state's attorney. Officially, I'm here on a supervised one-day furlough. But no law can prevent me from spending that with new acquaintances.
Corruption's a sin too, isn't it? And corruption got you here.
This is
And
much bigger
it was
than
right
laws.
here where I made my decision that
With this
that
brain dance,
female
I'll
in the
take
back,
God's
and you'll see a little
billions.
bit more of an addition
To
into
make
this a
a
little bit
transformed
later on,
me
but
into
where
a
I was
child
like,
of the
okay,
Lord.
she's a piece of shit too.
It's time I
I don't really
paid
care
the
about
bill.
her either. The redhead
I
with the
want to bear
shaved
witness
sides
to
of her
love's
head.
existence, in a manner that all the lost souls on this wretched earth can understand.
Why love?
If unconditional love exists, then so must God. It's time the world was reminded of His divine presence. Think of the millions jacked into their feeds like livestock. The children growing up in gang-infested streets. Do they know love? Think of the joy toys on Jig Jig Street. Coked out corpos in their offices and murderers who stalk the streets.
Murderers who stalk the streets. Interesting
I
he
will
says
reach
that.
them.
But look how pissed he got.
And think of paid killers like you.
So I'm like, this guy's a psycho. Like, he's just
Have you known
a
love?
psychopath.
Do you know what it is?
So he murdered the Bill guy's wife. He murdered this family's son/brother.
And who are you?
My name is V.
Go. You are not welcome here.
Mrs. El Amar, I have come to beg you for forgiveness.
You murdered my son. That is something I can never forgive.
I truly do regret the pain I have caused you.
Out of my house, now! Just go, please. Out, all of you!
We should leave, really.
Please, Mrs. El Amar.
Murderer! It's okay, just go. You took my Reuben from me. My child. My son.
Let's go back to the car. Just wish I could have talked to Gloria and I explained everything. And somehow I thought... I thought she'd find it in her heart to forgive me.
Time to grab a bite to eat.
Who can blame her? It's not easy to forgive your son's murderer.
Stevenson, we all knew how that would end.
If you forgive anyone their sins, they are forgiven. If you do not forgive them, they are not forgiven.
Really aimed to spin a virtue of your crucifixion, kicking up a shitstorm.
Haters gonna hate.
It is something I must do. For if this won't shake the world to its core and wake us from our collective nightmare, then nothing will.
Take Stevenson inside, grab us all a table. Need a word with our stowaway here.
So we're about more than a little bit halfway through.
Wait up a
Here's
second, I wanna
where
talk.
Rachel, the studio exec,
So, what do you think about our next big BD star?
really shows her true colors. And I'm like, you know,
He's got some organic chips loose.
he's a
Psychiatric
psychotic
help.
dude. For real.
My thoughts exactly. But it's too late for that.
If he's as crazy as you say, why is he so important to you?
Because Stevenson's got a little something that's in short supply, but in very high demand. That little something's called authenticity. And that brain composed entirely of cat shit at this point. He truly believes what he says.
This is all bullshit, what Rachel's saying. She just wants it for the money.
I think he might be more self-possessed than you think.
Look, you're no shrink and neither am I. We're both just out to get paid.
I do like the look of her. She does
Stevenson
kind of
battle
look the
fucking
part.
gold vein
Her
for
eyes
exposure.
especially. I think it was really
That's
good
my
job on the
concern,
animator's
guys.
part. But
You're fucking with his mind, asking probing questions. You're making him doubt, and most importantly, jeopardizing my investment. I'm
jeopardizing
prepared
my
to pay double
investment.
what he's promised you to quietly walk away.
And I wasn't even considering this. Before Johnny Silverhands came in here, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not just going to be a tool for some
My answer's
corporation.
no.
Forget that.
Why do I think you don't understand what I'm offering you?
Oh, I understand.
just fine. Let's go inside.
Yeah. So,
Not bad for a petty merc off the streets.
I do get the sense that Johnny Silverhands is sort of religious and spiritual himself in some
Think they can
regards.
solve everything with Eddie's.
And you proved her wrong. Just don't make her desperate. She's liable to bite back.
Bite back my ass, bring it. Let's do this. But yeah, so I'm going to take a long walk into this, kind of absorb the atmosphere of this restaurant, and just kind of chill out, see where things go. But I was, at this point in the mission, I was thinking to myself, well, I got my guns. I'm thinking I can just pull my guns out at any point and just shoot the place up, and I was ready to do so. In reality, you can't do that. You don't really have that freedom to pull your guns out during this mission, so you can't really do that. You do have an opportunity at the very beginning of the mission when Bill Jablobinson or Jablobsky or whatever his name is, the guy who originally hired you, when he gets killed, that's your only opportunity to shoot everyone up. Kill the prisoner, kill Vasquez, kill the girl. You can do that and you'll get your money from the Japanese lady. But because it got weird, And I knew that the power was in my hand the whole time to shoot him anytime I wanted to. I just decided not to.
For a badge.
He is set in his ways.
Let's listen to this.
Vasquez. He blew inside and out.
Might as well have been born with a badge.
Must have some solid dirt on him then.
And the studio majority stakeholder's a corp. Unlike you, Vasquez would clearly mind having enemies in high places.
Bored, powerless, not anymore. Experience all of Chromanticore's 16 new flavors and mix it up!
Can we please talk about something besides faith? Josh, you're a knight. Topic of choice?
I don't know. I spent years not talking to anyone.
Okay, nothing hard. What do you do to relax?
Let's see. I read scripture. I watch brain dances and movies. Did you hear about the remake of Badlands Raid?
Never saw either. Brain dances aren't my thing.
Chatter's pointless. That's enough. Stevenson can't be distracted. He has to focus now.
Relax, Rachel.
Yes, why? I don't know anything about you. How do you spend your leisure time? What do you do to unwind?
None of your fucking business.
I mean it as a serious question.
I meditate.
Great to have an outlet. Something to give you peace of mind.
True peace of mind can only come through the spirit of divine grace.
Know what your problem is, all of you? You refuse to understand that spirituality can only ever be personal. And why the fuck are you here anyway? For the free meal?
Tell you exactly why.
No, I don't give the slimmest shit what you have to say. Ugh, all this talk about grace and salvation and transformation. I could puke. Take it from a beady producer. Religion's an elaborate lie. All of them.
But, Rachel...
No, we're done for the day. Finish your meal, we'll put you up at the studio. And you, get lost. I'll get your fee soon.
Goodbye, V. I am truly glad to have met you.
Props. Really well played, Dad.
What do you make of it all?
Guy just might be the biggest nut job I've ever seen, but it's still corporate exploitation.
Mr. Stein. Don't be sorry.
Don't even feel sorry for him, in the least.
We could talk in circles, but who cares what we think? What would it change? Corpse will continue to grow rich off his type, and the masses will live on with their pipe dreams.
Hang on, where's Rebel Johnny? Seem to have lost him.
Well, I found him. He's inside that guy. He's the real rebel.
Make up your mind, which is it? Nutjob or Messiah?
He's fucked in the head. The world's fucked in the head. And you're fucked in the head because my fucked up head is inside it. Guess if you want to save the world, that's the first step. Get fucked in the head.
Weird as fuck today. Just kinda unreal. But reality beckons. Come on, we got places to trash.
So, you're probably thinking to yourself, I'm sure you've already played this mission before you're watching this. But, at this point in the game, I'm like, God, this is such a weird job. See, I got a job complete right here. But it's not really complete. There's still more to it, and they let you know. So I started another job. I'm about to go do it. I'm driving to it. And then all of a sudden, I get this message that says, hurry up, come to the studio. The Stevenson guy is saying he's not going to come out and do his acting gig or whatever until you show up. So I'm like, okay, hell, I'll quit my job and I'll show up to this little to the studio and see what the hell's going on. And here I walk into a protest. I accidentally cock a grenade. So I'm like, shit. So I have to throw it. It got too close to a car. I'm like, fuck, I didn't mean to do that. I'm already starting this off pretty bad. People are running away.
Rachel's been
I
waiting.
alerted some of the police, but some of them were okay. So there's a protest going on outside, as you can see, but there's also a cop looking for whoever cocked and threw the grenade. And that's what this is all about right here. See, there's a little drone that's like looking for the person who threw the grenade.
Scandals what they live for. I'd be out there too if I could be. But I got a family to look after, and the job's what it is.
Bizarre, isn't it? So,
Straight down this street.
this,
Building with the officer.
you know, it's a weird mission, right? But this is where it gets really, really freaking weird. I mean, really freaking weird. So this is the studio.
Thought you looked more, I don't know, professional? Whatever. Get in.
Don't worry, Olga. We'll fix this. Trust me. We'll be on schedule. Help's on the way. Finally. We're late. Stevenson's been asking for you all day. He's in his dressing room. Go talk to him.
You wanted to see me?
I wanted you by my side when my soul departs this world. I have no friends, no family, only strangers as my company.
Still, set on scrolling this brain dance?
I am more determined than ever. We, don't...
It's crazy what you plan to do. Gonna kill yourself while the studio will reap profits long after you're gone.
It's too late. I can't not do it anymore. I am so afraid. Will you pray with me? A prayer of your choice.
Don't want to pray.
Okay, then, just give me a second.
Time to start. Let's go.
I truly hope Zuleika is praying for me now. Will you stay with me? To the end, I would like you to wield the hammer. Nail me to the cross.
All right, Joshua. I'll do it.
Thank you.
Let's do this. You're gonna have to say some lines. A few. We'll put them up on the prompter for you.
So let me explain something. I chose to hammer him because I wanted to kill him. I've always wanted to kill this guy ever since the mission began. And I thought, fine, if he wants me to kill him in this particular way, I'll get my money, I'll complete my mission, we can kill him in this particular way. So that's why I said, yes, I'll take the hammer and I'll nail you to the cross, thereby basically crucifying you. What I didn't know is that it would be filmed per se, and I didn't know I would have lines that were biblical verses. So understand that, like, I'm an atheist, I don't want anything to do with this Bible stuff. So, and I'm over here crucifying the guy, repeating these biblical verses. It's ridiculous. It's basically a reincarnation of the Sermon on the Mount story that's in the New Testament. So all of this was just super weird, super uncomfortable for me. I couldn't believe that they put this in a game.
Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
We are punished justly, for we receive what our deeds deserve. But this man has done no wrong. Remember me when you come into your kingdom.
Truly, I say to you, today you will be with me in paradise. Father, Father, into thy hands I commit my spirit.
Amen. Probably my hardest gig, that, but I got through it.
What now?
Going home, where I'll sleep for 2 days straight. Be in touch about your compensation soon.
You shouldn't release the BD. The world shouldn't see it.
That's not up to you, that's not up to me. I'll call you.
Oh, I just wanted to kill Rachel so bad. So I'm starting another mission. I fought the law, which is a very good mission, by the way. And then Rachel calls back and gives me my money. I get about $10,000 to $11,000 for completing the mission. So you get a lot of money for doing that.
That BD. Shouldn't have released it.
Super bizarre, right? Very weird mission. Really interesting. I guess I give props to the developers and the writers for doing something different. I showed this to my partner and she was just like, this is a video game? So anyway, I just thought I'd share that. Glad you guys watched. I'm Machine Gun Joe. I'll see you in the next videos. Have a good day.